folks, I've got a very special treat for you. Usually he's my Friday friend, but we got him in 2 days earlier. He is political strategist Pete Barnes. Welcome, Pete.
Thanks for having me, Kev.
He'll be in on Friday as well. We can't get enough of him. We really can't.
You're going to completely throw me as to what day of the week it is.
I was saying earlier. I had a false sense of happiness earlier today because I thought, oh, Pete Barnes, the weekend starts here, but it doesn't. Anyway, we're getting there though. Halfway through the week, and the usual plethora of Labour disaster stories. Let's kick off with this. I mean, this is state overreach, Nanny-State overreach. So this government, this is typical socialist, typical left-wingers. They just want to control every aspect of all of our lives. Now, no one's denying that maybe, child obesity is a problem. I've never quite worked out why. These lefties, in one breath, I go, oh, child obesity is a real problem. The next breath, they'll go, I can't believe in modern Britain that so many children are starving. Well, which one is it? Which one is it? Are they fat or are they starving? Let me know. 03444991000. No, but seriously, they're going to ban junk food advertising. And when I say junk food, this is for any food that is high in fat, sugar and salt. I mean, apparently including porridge. Yeah,
this is the thing. There's a lot of health experts have come out and said that things that they've listed as like on the list of banned stuff are actually really good for you, like obviously in moderation. But what I actually think this is about is I think this is about attacking businesses again. Because it's going to cost these companies roughly per year £199 million. That's in terms of revenue because of like the prominence of this kind of advertising. And for, like you said, for reducing it by 8 seconds, it's just ridiculous.
Let's go through these statistics. Labour's own impact assessment on these draconian measures, which, as Pete quite rightly say, they estimate. They've done all these estimations, the Labour government themselves, and none of them reflect on them at all well. First of all, this control freak crackdown, they say could cost companies, seeking to sell their goods by advertising, £199 million a year. That sounds like one of those estate agents' offers.
It really does, doesn't it?
So in other words, 200 million quid a year. By banning junk food adverts before 9 p.m. on the TV and round the clock 24/7 online, they estimate that this will reduce kids' exposure to these allegedly terrible ads by 8.9 seconds. So what? And also cut, as I said in my monologue, drum roll, 2.1 calories from their diets. So
it's interestingly on that one, it's a tenth of a jelly baby. That's what it is. It's a tenth of a jelly baby. That's what it's going to save. And it's going to cost businesses millions, and it's just a stupid policy. But again, I think this is really what it is. It's wrapping kind of control of business up in a kind of health kind of narrative, which doesn't work, because if they really wanted to tackle this, it's about tackling education, about cookery lessons, and it's about getting kids playing sports. It's things like that they should be doing. This is just nanny-state control with the guise of it being about making your kids healthier. Because let's not forget, obesity costs the NHS £11 billion a year, and it's with the second biggest preventable cause of cancer. So there are real problems here with this issue, but it's not working. We've tried the sugar tax, that's not worked. We put labelling on packages, that's not worked. If you're going to tell me kids not seeing adverts for 8 seconds less than they already do, it's going to make an impact that's worth 199 million. I'm sorry, you can pull the other leg.
I like, by the way, the 8.9 seconds. Why not just say 9 seconds? But the Department of Health says this will prevent 20,000 youngsters from becoming overweight. I don't know how they work that out.
Well, interesting on that one. Sorry to interrupt, Kev, but on that one is interesting because what they go on to say on that is that it could actually overcorrect as they get older. So they might not be childhood obesity, but once they get into kind of adolescence and later on in life, they are just as likely to be as obese as anybody else. It's not really a kind of preventative measure. It's just more of a stopcock situation. It's not really anything of note.
I don't think it's anything except that these people, these Labour twonks, sitting there in Downing Street and in Parliament on the cabinet, they just like telling us what to do. They like bossing the nation around. They think we're all completely irresponsible and we need mother government to guide us through life's difficult highways. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This won't make any difference at all. You know, by the way, you talk about kids, out there playing and, when I was a kid, I mean, the only thing mothers used to worry about was how skinny their kids were. We were all like skeletons because we were just running around all the time. And I remember, my mum was a proper mum, she didn't entirely feed us with hell, but we ate a lot of chips and things like that. Didn't matter. Because we were using our energy.
I think that's a good point, is that most kids now are sat behind a computer screen. Playing,
exactly. That's the point.
I think that's what you should be tackling more, is getting kids outside running around and playing and all that kind of thing. Because I'm the same as you, Kev. Like when I was a kid, you were like basically kicked out of the house at the start of the summer holidays and come home and the streetlights come back on. And
exactly right.
Exactly that. And then like you used to go around to your grandmother's and get fed like you were like 12 people. But it just seems ridiculous to me. But again, this is just kind of saying that we've done something. Well, you've not really done anything. It's pathetic, and it is about control. That's all. This government is obsessed with controlling our lives. But even the things they're trying to control, I just don't see it working in any kind of justifiable sense.
Exactly right. I mean, it fits right into. They've thankfully abandoned the absurd pub garden smoking ban. But why did they come up with that? Because they thought it would stop people smoking. No, it won't. No. Don't be ridiculous. You want a cigarette, you go around the corner. I mean, I can't smoke in the pub garden, so I know I'll give up. It's nonsense.
It seems to me a complete lack of human understanding. It seems to be at the heart of this government. A complete lack of empathy, that they don't know how to relate to people. So they're just more interested in telling them what to do. And I think that seems to be that whenever given a choice, most people choose something that they don't believe in. So that's why they're now they're in control, now they have power, they're now telling us what to do, and they've gone mental with it.
Absolutely. And if there's one... let me know what you think, folks, because if there's one thing I can't stand, it's nanny-state control freakery. And this government reeks of it. It's all it wants to do. It wants to control our lives, tell us what to do, what we can and cannot do, and come up with these ludicrous diktats. I mean, just the very concept that some kid who doesn't see an advert for Walker's Crisps will never eat Walker's Crisps again. Absolute rubbish. I mean, again, it's a long time ago since I was a kid, but I did two things when I was a kid. I played a lot of football, messed around a lot, was always out running about, and pretty much when I had a few pennies in my pocket, I bought sweets and crisps and anything I wanted to without, the advertising did not affect me. I don't think it affects kids. This is just a way of saying we are mother government and we are in charge of you. It's as simple as that.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more with you there, Kev. I think it is all about control, and it is what I find interesting is just how they've got hell for leather with this stuff right from the very beginning, and they've not even once considered any kind of pushback or kind of how people will react to this stuff. And it's very telling, I think, that right across the board on this stuff, or, like you said with the smoking and pub gardens thing, that they were just like, what do you mean this? Like, as though any kind of opposition to it or any kind of questioning of it has kind of been met with, how could you possibly be against this? That's what really strikes me.
Don't forget, don't you remember also at one point, to go with the pub garden smoking ban, they were talking about closing pubs at 10 in order to stop us all getting drunk and fighting. I'll tell you what, if I want to get drunk, I will. You're not going to stop me by closing the pubs too early. It's just get out of our lives. As I say, I quote this a lot. My favourite ever political quote is from Ronald Reagan, who said, "What is the most terrifying statement in the English language?" He said, "It is this: I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Get out of our lives. If you were any good at anything, you wouldn't be politicians, would you? So don't tell us how to live our lives. You get on with your lives. You ban your kids from eating sweets if you like. But what we'll do is we'll make our own decisions. The sugar tax didn't stop people eating sugary
Everything
food.
we've done to try to reduce the levels of obesity has not worked. Yeah. By every measurable standard, it's not worked. So how anybody thinks this is going to work, particularly with childhood obesity, kids don't even watch TV anymore. They mostly are, fair enough, maybe online, but that's always like...
They certainly don't watch ITV.
You know, exactly. But what this will have an effect on is these companies, you know, that we'll probably see price rises, and we'll see job losses, and we'll see reductions in, you know, in sizes and all this kind of stuff. That will have an impact on the economics of this country, not on the childhood obesity rate.
Well, exactly. Well said, Pete. Let's get involved. Let's have a conversation about this. Don't you wish this damn government, this useless Labour government, will get its nose out of our lives? Stop interfering with us. Let us lead our own lives. Let us make our own decisions. If I want to smoke myself stupid and eat chips all day and get drunk every day, that is my decision. I'm a well, this jury's out on this, but basically I'm a sentient adult. And if I don't want to live healthily, I won't live healthily. And don't tell me, well, what about the NHS? Well, I pay my taxes. If I get sick, the NHS can treat me, can't it? I'll get my money back. I'm sick of this stuff. Let me know what you think. 0344 499 1000. Don't you wish interfering Starmer and his meddling cabinet crew will get their noses out of our lives?